everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing these navy blue, white, and silver acrylic nails. I call them school spirit nails because blue and white was my high school alma mater, school colors, and it's my soon-to-be college alma mater's school colors. I go to a, I guess, relatively well-known Big Ten school with navy blue and white school colors. So if you can figure that out, I guess I won't say it directly. So these nails are pretty short. So when you're working on short nails, you really want to make sure that that clear base that you're going to put down is very, very thin. You can see I'm putting a teeny tiny bead, and honestly I'm wiping most of it off. And I'm not even going all the way back to the cuticle. And that's really important because it's going to give you a really nice flush cuticle, which is super important when doing short nails because you don't want them to look super bulky or just like teeth. And in the case of this shaping, you can kind of see that I tapered the sides in a little bit, even though they are supposed to be square, because, you know, I'm going to add a little bit of bulk on the sides with product, so it never hurts to, you know, taper in your sides a little bit to make them a little bit skinnier. So today I'm going to go in with a bunch of products. So I'm going to go in with Glam and Glits Back to Basics, Acrylic Powder, and Ultra White. I will be using the Kiara Sky Dip Powder. I'm sorry, the lid's cracked. And it is in Let's Get Serious. It's a really pretty shimmery navy blue. I will be using Glam and Glits Color Blend Princess Cut, which is a holographic silver glitter. And I will be using the exclusive No Couture Pure Glitter in the color Frozen, which is super pretty and silver and holographic. And of course, Cap and Crystal Clear from exclusive No Couture. Alright, so here on the pinky, I'm going to go in with Princess Cut, I believe. Yes. So I'm going to go in with Princess Cut. And since this is a blendable color, it doesn't have the, I feel like it has a little bit more acrylic in it, like a little bit more clear acrylic than most of the Glam and Glitz glitters do. So this one is really pretty because it's not just straight up silver. It does have some hollow in it. I know it can be kind of hard to tell because the flecks are really tiny, but I'm going to make sure that I really keep this thin because I'm going to put that frozen glitter on top of it and cap it in clear, and especially because it's short. So I believe I am working with I don't know what brush I'm working with. I have to kind of see it. Should probably be my nail career education one. I'll have to see. So I'm just making sure it's right up to the cuticle and that everything is nice and smooth on that nail. So pretty. Alright, so for this ring finger, I am going to go in with that Back to Basics white. I don't know about you guys, but I hate working with white acrylic. There's just something about it that, like, I can never get the right consistency. Like, it's always either too dry or it's too wet, and it sticks to my brush no matter what. It's just a pain. So I don't love working with white acrylic. I don't love working with white polish really either. So I'm just really doing what I can to build up the strength of this. You could cap this, but it is a strength powder, so I don't worry about it because I want to get that opacity. I'm more worried about getting the opacity and the true white color of the white than keeping it thin to cap it in clear. So you might as well just build your structure with it. But with short nails, see, you don't really need a whole lot of structure because you don't really have that much length. So the majority of what I'm doing, like, you would never use this much acrylic on a really short nail in real life. But these nails on this hand are, like, wider, so, and just longer than on a real nail. So you can see I'm happy with that. Well, maybe. No, I'm going to add a little bit more in that stress area, but honestly, I'm going to file quite a bit of it. So I'm just making sure that the cuticle is nice and that the stress area is well done. And if I brush any off, I'm just gonna, take it off the end. And like, I don't know, white just doesn't seem to set as fast. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I really don't love working with white. Oh, I am using my nail career education brush. I see it. So okay, so for the middle finger, we are going to go in with that Let's Get Serious, which is the super shimmery navy blue. It almost looks black on here. I love this color, and it's not an acrylic, well, I mean it is, but it's a dip powder, so it's not meant to be used as a colored acrylic, but you can use it that way. I know that dip powders a lot of times can be kind of grainy if you use them as an acrylic powder, just because they are a finer milled product than traditional acrylic, and it's not meant to be used that way. But I find that if it's like a glittery dip powder or a shimmery one like this, you honestly couldn't tell. And, it's hard to find a nice navy blue that is super pigmented and, can go on really thin. And that's what I like about this Kiara Sky dip powder. So, and I have the matching gel polish. So, I'm just going to go in and make sure that that color is built up. And honestly, it doesn't take very much. And I use it very, very wet. I'm almost literally painting it on. Oh, I think I forgot to press record on the index finger, but it was just another nail of white. So honestly, it's probably good that you guys didn't see me like struggling with that. And the thumb, as per usual, is going to be the same as the pinky finger. So it is going to be a full nail of princess cut with some frozen glitter on top of it. I really think it's important to use a number 8 brush when you're doing really short nails, because you really don't want to get more product than you need. I feel like that's what leads to bulkiness, so it's just best if you do the short nails in a number 8 like this. The Nail Career Education brush, it is a little pricey, but I do highly recommend it. Yeah, it keeps its shape super well, so love it. Alright, so now on those 2 glitter nails, I'm going to go in with a teeny tiny bead of acrylic, of clear acrylic, and I'm going to dip it into the frozen pure glitter mix, and I'm just going to tap and finesse and work the frozen glitter around the nail. So there are there's some bigger chunks of glitter in this, and then there's some smaller ones too. So I'm just going to get another bead and put it on. And I'm really, I fill my brush up with monomer when I go to get that clear bead. And then I use the tiniest bead of acrylic because we don't want to add bulk. So just make sure everything is nice and smooth. Nothing is sticking up. So you encapsulate everything and you're good to go. Alright, so I did not show encapsulation because I feel like I show that in every video and it kind of takes forever. So I just thought I would show you filing. So right now I'm just filing these nails, and I'm filing them, they're not super duper thick to begin with. So I concentrate on the cuticle area, and then I go and make sure that my sidewalls are, that there's not like a wall. I know it's a side wall, but that there's not like a ridge. I want it to be, a smooth gradual transition down to the side of the nail. Then I just go back and forth, side to side, right to left on the nail. So do the same thing with the white. And like I said, the white was not capped in clear. Honestly, I think I forgot to record most of the encapsulation, so sorry I'm a little bit out of shot there. I think this might have been the first, no. This was one of the first videos that I filmed on my kitchen counter instead of my sitting on the floor with my coffee table, and it did work better. So you just kind of go back and forth and make sure everything is smooth. This is the Pink Diamond smooth top barrel bit from Exclusive Nail Couture, and it's really nice to get around that cuticle. The end is pretty sharp, so I would be very careful if you're going around the cuticle and using this. Yeah, like it's not blunted or anything, so I'm just kind of like showing you the side profile there, and you can see that I have way more product in that kind of back third-ish than I need, so I'm just going to make sure that my finger is not going to fall off, and I'm going to make sure the tip is really thin. I don't like it when my nails are super thick at the tip, so I kind of do opt for it to be a little bit thinner, but you know, you just have to make sure that your nails have the right structure. But like I said, it's not, you don't need as much product as you think you do when you are doing short nails. I learned that the hard way by making short nails very bulky, and I learned that you don't really need to do that, and it kind of just helps everybody. Now I do know you have to have a little bit of product, like you have to have some of an apex, because if it's super duper flat, then it's just gonna snap, especially if they grow out. And I know that's a big concern right now with the situation that we are in with COVID-19 and having to be like indoors, and you can't get to your nail salon or your nail girl or your nail guy. So yeah, I know that that's a big issue, is some people their nails are too thin. Like I've gotten a lot of calls from a lot of people asking me like, either can I do their nails or can I help them take them off, and I always like send them directions on how to take them off or how to do them at home, because social distancing. Okay, so now I'm just going to buff these over with my nail career education buffer. This just preps it for all the nails for gel polish application, because it smooths them out, takes away the scratches, but it doesn't make it smooth enough that the gel polish won't stick. Alright, so now I'm going to go in on, I think I'm going to do the middle finger, with the shiny top coat from Exclusive No Couture. Yeah, so I'm going to go in and do on the middle finger. I'm going to do a bow, and I know that I just did a tutorial with like a Tiffany box that had a bow on it, but this is how I normally do bows. So I'm going to cure that for 30 to 60 seconds. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be going in the lamp quite a bit. But on the white, I'm going to do the Kiara Sky rub-on top coat, because I'm going to be doing a mermaid chrome on those white nails. So I do like the Kiara Sky rub-on top coat. I also like their rub-on powders. I like that they're very chrome, and they're not grainy or like just straight up sparkly, unless that's the look you're going for. But I like my chrome to be super like just straight up shiny and chrome like without being glittery. So cure those for 30 seconds. And I'm going to go in with that Kiara Sky rub-on in Mermaid. And this is so pretty. And I have a Petite Macaroon silicone tool that I'm going to use. You can use your finger. You could use a makeup, like an eyeshadow sponge. I've used those before, makeup sponge. They work just as well. But just look how pretty that goes on. And it's not super duper like grainy or sparkly. It's just straight up chrome. And I love that. So the important thing to remember when you're doing this kind of chrome is you have to cure for 30 seconds. If you cure it too long, then the chrome will not stick to it. It doesn't have enough to like, you don't want to over cure it, which You just don't want to do that. So I just take a brush, and not one that's a bracelet, and I just brush over to remove any of the excess powder. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this bow, and I'm going to try to explain it a little bit better than I did in my last bow tutorial. So I'm going to get 2 fairly large beads of acrylic. Apparently I did not like that one. And I'm going to place them pretty side by side, but not super touching. And now these beads are probably going to be dry, and I'm using that number 2 Petit Macaroon blueberry brush. And then I wipe my brush off, and then I get it full of monomer, and I just do a little tap on each of the beads so that I can feed a little bit of monomer into them, and they can kind of polymerize on their own, and they're a little bit more moldable for me. So as you can see, I'm waiting until they go matte, and then I'm going to kind of shape them into like a tapered shape like a bow would be. So it's going to be flat like at the end, but on the top and bottom it's also going to be flat. So it's almost like it's not as rounded as a petal. So like if you want to think about the end is like a petal, kind of a little bit rounded, but it's not. But you want the top and the bottom to slant in towards each other to a point. I mean, you guys know how bows work. So then what I'm going to do when it is matte enough and it's cured enough that it's not going to like bounce back at me is I'm going to take the side of that Petit Macaroon brush, and right now I'm just kind of stretching it out so it's as far as I want it to be. I'm going to take that Petit Macaroon brush, I'm going to take the side, and I'm just going to make an indentation in the very top and the very bottom of those beads so that it looks like the bow is kind of wrapping around, like that would be towards the back of the ribbon. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing, well, not the exact same thing, but I'm going to get 2 fairly large beads. That one was a little bit too big. And I'm going to put them directly under each loop of the ribbon. And one is going to be, one side of the ribbon that's hanging down, and the other will be the other side of the ribbon that's hanging down. I guess I did these one by one. Normally I do them together. So I'm just playing with that, and I'm making sure that I know they say make it as dry as possible, but then I feel like you can't get as clean of of lines. Like with the bow, you don't want it to be super frayed on the end, unless that's the look that you're going for. So then you can see that I take that side of my brush like I did to make those indentations, and I am splitting that rectangle a little bit down at the bottom to make the kind of fishtail part of the bow, and I'm just chopping off any excess if I find it. You can be as particular as you want about this. You just really, when you're doing 3D work, you need to remember that once you're going in and playing with the beads of acrylic, you need to have your brush as dry as you can get it. That is so important. So now I'm going to do the other side of that bow, and I'm going to let you watch me do it. Because, if you watched my other video, I was pretty, I think I'm pretty explicit in how I explain how I, do my bow, but you just have to remember, and with 3D stuff, honestly, I'm not very good at flowers, but I kind of found my footing with, doing characters in 3D. I did a Santa for Christmas, and he was really cool looking, and these bows, I kind of found my footing with that, so I do, a lot of objects and a lot of, characters. I don't so much do flowers, but if that's something you guys would want to see, I would be more than happy to share the tricks that I have, learned, which have led to my very few successes with 3D flowers. So, everyone has something they need to get better at. But I just thought this bow was really cute. It's actually kind of it's inspired by my mom. When my brother was going into his postseason for wrestling this year, not WWE, high school wrestling, the real kind of wrestling. she wanted to get school spirit nails, and she got this little bow on her ring finger with that "Let's Get Serious" under it, and I thought it was so cute that I actually did these nails for when I went to the Big Ten championships with my school's, my college's men's wrestling team. So I was there to support them, and I had very, very festive nails, very school spirit nails. I don't know. They were really cute though. So there's my little bow. I put that little guy in the middle to be kind of like the loop of the ribbon, and you just kind of play with it until it sets up enough that it's not going to move on you. Just use the side of the brush to get it how you want it, and there's your cute little bow. Alright, so now I'm going to take the shiny top coat, and I'm going to top coat these bad boys. Just look at this glitter come alive. Oh, I love that glitter. It's so, so, so pretty. Yeah, so I mean, if you haven't already figured it out, I highly recommend the shiny top coat. I'm just going to top coat that chrome, and it even makes the chrome come alive. So as you can remember, I have already top coated the middle finger because we did the 3D on it. So then you're just going to want to top coat all the rest. And you could easily replicate this look for any of your school colors. You just have to, I would suggest to pick the two main colors, and then, oh, that glitter. And then pick a glitter silver or gold or something that would kind of go along with it. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any school spirit kind of nails you've done, let me know, and drop some pictures in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!